I'm in this. AK. I got my pants below my waist and another dance when I'm in this. AK. I got my pants below my waist and another dance when I'm in.
Hello.
How you doing, Miss Laverne?
I'm all right. I'm okay. Hey, Letitia.
Yeah,
Hi
Miss
guys.
Letitia.
How are you guys?
Doing
Yeah,
good, doing good.
I'm
That's
here
good.
by the grace of God, blessed, and
I just have to say, Miss Laverne, your hair looks beautiful.
thank you.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, I can. Okay,
Yeah, this
look
is
Yep.
at
like a
that.
She,
You
little
lightened it. You
thing.
go.
yeah, she went and had it did the other day.
No,
When I was
Awesome.
texting her.
the
She
update.
said I was gonna come on your show, Gator, but I'm having my hair did. I was like, and it looks beautiful. See,
I
I
probably
remember.
come on your show, Gator, but I'm tired as hell. It's
Yeah,
it's been a nonstop week, and sometime when you operate these businesses, man,
I gotta
things get a
turn this
little
this
tough
way.
because good help is hard to find,
Ain't that the truth?
It's really hard to find. Common sense ain't fucking common.
No, it ain't.
Motherfuckers want to get paid and do what the fuck they want to do when they get ready to do it.
Ooh, and we got. Speaking of getting paid, you said you talked about
That's
getting paid. Look who
right.
popped up on the screen. You mentioned getting paid, and look who showed up. Lord have mercy. It was almost like
What
a
happened? I can't
magic
hear. My
wand.
hearing went out.
Poof.
That's right.
Let me see
Right.
here.
Hey,
Damn.
That's
y'all.
right.
Damn.
Ah. Yeah, it was ringing in my ears. It was ringing.
Hey, Trevier.
Woo.
Hey, Tisha.
Hey, Trey.
What y'all got going on today?
We literally
We
just
get ready. That's
started.
when we get ready to find out. And I got some
Right,
things
right.
I got that I sent to G and Letitia. I'm
Okay.
glad you're on because some of this is some of the things that we have been talking about so far as the kids and stuff are concerned. And
Okay.
Travia and Gator, I've been telling people, I say, hey, listen, y'all gotta pay attention to what your kids are doing because
Oh,
you can't just let them kids raise themselves. They playing them damn games. You don't know who in the hell it is they're talking to. So I do have a
right.
clip about it. Also, something happened on my end. Okay, Kev, appreciate you, all of you. Thank you. And
Hey,
also
y'all.
thank you, retired founder
Fuck around and
for
find out.
things. Yeah, thank you for joining. Thank y'all for joining in. But like I was saying, right here, incidents happened. I think it was in like North Miami,
Wow.
where this little girl that was a nonverbal had been playing the game and talking to somebody that she didn't even know. And of course, they get these kids too. They're kids. So it's easy for them to confide in people that they feel comfortable with. And with most of them pedophiles, they know exactly what to say to get the kids to, let their guards down and relax and trust them. So, like I said, this little 12-year-old child she's nonverbal. And with the dude she was talking to on that video game, he told her he was sending her an Uber to come pick her up, which he did.
Huh.
Yeah, so she left her home. She went to see him. She got raped. And he sent her back home in an Uber. So this happened the other week. But also, I have a video, the one that's about the child. Can you show that, G? Because I put this one is about the child. Could be on in the other one on the hood conservative topic. Yeah, show that. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is why you got to watch your kids. Run it, G.
So we just got to this house call today, and we made the parent aware that this little boy was looking on social media. He had the internet on his Roblox and Fortnite, and we also discovered that he had 19 chats that were open where he were discussing or having conversation with people he didn't even know who they were, potentially child predators. And this 8-year-old little boy had 19 open chats, potentially talking to somebody who was trying to kidnap him or harm him. Mother didn't know. She didn't know the dangers of him having this thing unmonitored. So parents, please, if you're allowing your child to be on these tablets, please monitor what they are looking at. You have to be on top of them. If you cannot be there to monitor your child, then take the tablet from them. But to give a child a tablet and access to social media and the internet is very dangerous, and predators are on there daily looking for opportunities to hurt your child.
So it's like I always say, y'all better watch those kids
That's
and
right.
who they are talking to, because it's just so much going on. Then your kid turn up missing, you know.
And a
And
lot of these
Well,
guys pose as children. They ain't never no damn children. A lot of these
right.
people
Well,
pose as children. And it's the
not only
pedophiles, they're not
that,
children.
one of my people actually posed the question to me. Do you ever vet your Uber driver or your Lyft driver when you call for a Lyft or an Uber? I mean, I don't
Well,
know. I don't.
yeah, you do because you look at how many stars they have. Like you can tell a
Yeah, but
good driver by how many, it'll tell you exactly
right,
how
but
many rides
can
they have.
I personally I don't know because I live way out in the damn sticks. That's not a that I don't mean that as a funny. I do. I live way out in the damn woods. There's deer walking in my yard right now. So I don't call for that kind of stuff. So I don't know how it works. But they asked me, the people in my organization actually posed that question to me. So can that kind of thing be, hacked and modified? Do you actually take your phone and look this person up? And do you actually know who it is that's picking you up when you call and get a driver to come pick
Oh,
you up for a ride?
so
I
let
think
me
you
break
can.
that down for you. You have a photo of the
Please.
driver. You have a photo of the driver. You have how many rides the driver has done. You have how many ratings or how high or low the driver's ratings are. You have the driver's license plates. So it is as much as Uber and Lyft can do their safety checks and their matchups and their data. And if the Uber is going the wrong way, you get an instant text from Uber or Lyft saying, "Hey, you're going the wrong way. Are you okay? If you need help, hit this button." Like so, in my
Okay.
opinion, yeah, I think it's a vetted process.
Okay. Somebody had asked me, so I every time I get the opportunity, I do ask that question. And I know that answer I trust because I know you live in Chicago. That's a place that deals with those kind of rides
Right,
all the time. So
right,
you would definitely know the answer to that question for sure. And I know
right.
Miss Letitia would because you live over in California in the bigger cities.
I don't use
Because
those
I would
things,
not
those
have the answer to
Ubers.
that question because I've never even seen an Uber driver, much less taken an Uber. So I would not have the answer to that question.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Trey, for that
No
answer.
problem.
And I hope the people that asked me that question were listening, or at least will listen back. And if they have not, I will relay that information. So thank you, ma'am, for educating me on that. And I will
No
pass that
problem.
along to people that ask me from now on.
I want to shout out my client, my homie, my Omaha hometown favorite, Terrence Bud Crawford, for beating the shit out of Canelo on Saturday. It was hot. Omaha in the house. Go, Bud, go, Bud, go, Bud.
Look, look at her. She's like, I want to make sure.
I think you got
I
the
guess
shout
you
out.
like the fights. You like
Go
the
Bud.
fights,
I
Well,
don't
he's
even
huh?
know
my
who
he's
Bud
my
is,
he's
but
my
go
cli-
Bud.
he's my client. He's my
Oh,
client.
okay.
So,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Well, go Bud.
Y'all
See,
didn't see the fight? Oh,
No, ma'am.
okay. Okay.
Um,
Y'all got to get some extracurricular activities going on here.
uh, honey, making sure this nation runs in the right direction is about the only curricular activity I have, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And I don't mean that as
I get
some
it. I get
just
it.
thing,
I
but
get it.
I ain't got time for nothing else, honestly.
Shout out
Um,
to Fannie Willis's dumbass for getting disqualified twice, little dumb hoe.
yeah, no
Right,
shit,
right.
right, right. Speaking of dumbasses, how about Corey Mills and his dumb ass? And I need my Florida lady. There's my Florida lady, and I got some of the candidates that we endorse. We were discussing Mr. Corey Mills and his dumb ass for his vote to not censor the Somali terrorist that's sitting in Congress, Ilhan Omar. They had,
they need to deport her ass.
yeah, no shit.
It's like what's taking so long. Everybody's saying that they need to deport her in Congress on the Republican side, and her ass is still
Well,
here.
of course, all the Democrats, they're going to vote in lockstep because that's what they do, and they voted against Nancy Mace's censor when she put in the motion to or the bill to censor her, or the resolution rather, to censor her ass, and read it out on the floor. So they put it to a vote. Naturally, all the Democrats are going to vote nay. That's to be expected. but there was
I
4.
actually think somebody who would be taken more serious than Nancy Mace should have put that up. Like Nancy Mace
Well, that's
isn't
true,
necessarily
but
taken serious.
that's true, but still, it wouldn't have mattered who put it up, in my opinion.
Right.
I mean, it was 4 Republicans voted with the Democrats to save her ass, and Corey
Right.
Mills was one of them.
Right.
And if you look, if I'm not mistaken, you're gonna love this, Trey. Gonna love this. If you look, and I know Corey Mills is one of them. They all got a little APAC man.
They all got
They
an
all got
APAC
one of them
man.
little APAC men.
They all got an
Yeah,
APAC man.
yeah. Well,
Every
hey,
last one of
I
them.
got you some notes. I got some notes for you because you're gonna love this shit since we are controlled by Israel.
Right?
Yeah, just to throw this at you because I took some notes on this shit because I'm pissed the fuck off. Just in the 2024 election, APAC, aka Israel, they endorsed 365 congressional candidates. Now, when I say congressional candidates, don't nobody get fucking confused and think that's just the House. Congress is
Exactly.
both chambers.
Right.
Senate and
Right.
House makes up Congress,
Right.
for you people that
Right.
did not understand that.
Right.
So 365 they endorsed. Of the 365 that they endorsed, 361 are currently sitting in office right now. Okay. They pumped $53 million into the 2024 election. Now, all these stats I'm fixing to rattle off are not just made up bullshit. Gator didn't just create these fucking numbers. You can go
Right.
look them up. Go to the
Right.
FEC website, fec.org or fec.gov, whatever. Just type in the Federal Election Commission and Google it. You can find it. All this shit is public knowledge. If you
Right.
want to take the time to look it up your damn self and find the truth.
You
But
are correct. You're correct because
six,
MT Green just went on Megan Kelly, and the numbers are just as what you said. So
yep,
I just fact checked you.
61.
You're right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. 61 of those are senators. Of those 61, 39 are Democrats. 22 are Republicans. Now, the other 300 are in the House of Representatives. Of that 300, 169 of those are Democrats. 131 of those are Republicans. So it's not a party thing, people, because
Don't leave out President
that's pretty
Trump.
fucking evenly split.
Don't leave out
It's a,
President
it,
Trump. He took
oh yeah,
$131 million from APAC.
yeah. So it's not a party thing. It's a fucking uniparty. All that shit's pretty simple. That shit's pretty split.
Yep.
Senate
Yep.
39-22. Okay, that's pretty
Yep.
fucking split. And that's 61 senators. Okay, 61. So even if it's a super majority, that's 61. You need 61 to beat the super majority vote. That's 60 fucking one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
300 in 300 in the fucking House.
Wow.
Exactly.
169 Democrats, 131 Republicans. Now, you tell me who runs the country.
G, roll that Cash Patel clip. Speaking of, I don't know who this woman is, but me and her got the same questions.
The American people know. How does it feel to be a cop for Israel? It's a question.
Seeing and hearing what the FBI is doing on a daily basis.
You're claiming to serve the American people. You're serving Israel. Does it feel to be Israel's bitch? You don't care about getting raped. The American people want to know.
She lit him up.
Patriot? Rape kids? Is patriotism to you? For your service, kids? I'm an idiot? Really?
I didn't say anything.
Cash Patel.
Gilburn said, "Hi, Travian, long
She
time
told
no
him.
see."
Dang it, I was just parking.
Hey,
I need to get a copy
hey.
of that. I didn't get to see the whole thing.
Yeah, she was like, Cash Patel, how does it feel to be a cuck for Israel? And she was like, answer the question. He was like, well, don't you see what the FBI is doing for the American people every day? She's like, you claim to represent the American people. You represent Israel. And then she said, how does it feel to be Israel's bitch?
She
Oh
damn sure
dang.
said that.
I gotta
I
see that
said, me
video
and
again. I'm
her got the
literally turning into
same
the parking lot.
questions. Me and her got the same questions. I don't know who she is, but she spoke for me that day.
I mean, and uh, you can't tell. I mean, we'll go right on into Charlie Kirk if you want to, and you can't
Right?
tell me that that ain't a patsy that was on the roof. That he's being Lee Harvey Oswald. Oh hell, everybody done froze up on the show. I'm fixing to get shot. What the hell?
Toys. You can't have a gun found here and a gun found there and a change of clothes here. None of it makes sense anymore. When was the last time Netanyahu got on twice to speak about someone? You know, how are you posting videos of tweets and of what Israel didn't do to Charlie Kirk? You sound really suspect.
Oh, he was, thoughts and
Can you
prayers
guys
and
hear me?
all that. 30, yeah. All of a sudden, y'all froze up. I'm like, oh shit. I'm starting looking out my window.
Yeah, everybody froze up, so it wasn't just you. But you know,
It
Yeah,
started
they do
raining in
have.
California. It's rainy right now, so my reception's kind of bad, but I can hear you guys in and out. But
It's
yeah.
been storming here
you,
all day.
yeah, it just
But
started
yeah,
raining.
It just felt like my
I,
home system do that food distribution,
this
and
has
that was it.
the JFK feel to it. I'll put that post out
Don't
or a
it?
reply out
Don't it?
somewhere. It's got that JFK, RFK, MLK,
Sure does.
Butler
Sure
feel to it.
does.
Well, I can
Sure
tell you
does.
this,
You don't,
Candace Owens is gonna get to the bottom of it. So we'll
Oh,
find out
she
in
on the
less
and
than
I
shit.
see. And
72
she
hours. She'll
should.
let us know. She will let us
She
know.
should.
And I'm telling
She
you what,
should.
when
If my
everybody
friend,
in the
yeah.
country was bashing on her and hating on her for all that shit she was saying, now look, now look.
Uh-uh. Who we got in the house now?
It's
Hello,
Hey
hello,
Anthony's.
hello.
y'all,
How you
can
doing with
y'all hear
Anthony's?
me?
Hello. Hi,
Hey,
Miss.
can
But
What is
yeah,
y'all
that?
hear
I can't see
Uh-oh.
your name.
I saw
y'all
yeah.
hear me?
See,
Did I,
protocol.
did I see protocol? Protocol in the
Yeah,
house. Protocol in the house. Protocol in
Hey,
the house.
What's happening, family?
what's up, bro?
hey.
But yeah,
Hello.
y'all remember everybody bashing on Candace when she was talking
They
and all
still
of a
are.
sudden, yeah. Well, early on, everybody was
Right.
hating,
Right.
and now look, turns out a lot of that shit it was right, or it's
I
closer to
mean,
right than it was, and now they're
she's
all like,
she's
oh, we're
rarely
sorry,
wrong.
Candace, you might have been right. And she been
She's
steady
rarely
on the whole
wrong.
time. She been
She's
steady on the whole time. She ain't shifted nowhere. She been steady on.
rarely wrong, you know, and she'll admit when she's wrong. And this is
Right.
why I have to defend her against the media onslaught, against the keyboard warriors on the internet who ours don't have the battle wounds of Candace's fight in this game. So it's like, to me, it's like all of you sit around and you grab these, you know, talking points and you just start spreading them. We've got some of the worst people in the country sitting on X because all they do is sit on X. They don't contribute. They might pay taxes, they might not. But they are not like you, Gator. They're not in this fight. They don't have any stripes. And so when I see these people, and every
Right.
now and then when I'll pop on X, I'm gonna slice up some necks because it's like, why are you talking? Candace is better than all of her haters. She's better than every last one of her haters because they can't stand next to her and debate her. They can't outwork her. And so I just feel like, look, every now and again, I'm gonna slap you on the face for messing with Candace because none of you are out here on the battlefield trying to really find out what happened to Charlie. We all know this shit ain't right. It don't even sound right. It don't feel right. None of them.
It don't
And
even
again,
look
I'll
right.
say it. Exactly. And again, I'll say it. There could never be a hit put out on Charlie Kirk unless it came from the top. Everybody knew Charlie was going down that day. Stop playing. Stop lying to yourselves. You have all
Right.
said, oh, Building 7 collapsed by itself too. You're the same
Oh yeah,
people
yeah.
who
It just fell all by
get
itself.
dog walked.
Just like
You get
just
dog
like
walked
them
by
two
your
great
government.
big giant buildings fell all the way straight down.
Exactly. Straight
And
down. You
nobody
get
saw them
dog
little
walked by.
puffs of smoke coming out right as they were going down. Poof, poof.
Exactly.
And
You took those
and
COVID shots.
yeah,
You
and
get
I
dog
wasn't
walked by
standing
your
there,
government.
and I wasn't standing there watching it live on TV in 2001, watching it go and listening to it go boom, 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 boom,
Yep.
and watching the fucking live interviews,
Yep.
listening to them go. There was multiple explosions and all those
Right.
and all those videos that are now resurfacing that nobody
Yep.
heard about before. I watched
Right.
the fucking live interviews of the firemen going, yeah, there was multiple explosions when we were hiding down in the basement of the other
Yep.
building. We tried to go
And
back
all
in,
those
but them
firemen
other
are missing.
explosions kept us from going. I
All
watched
those
them
firemen are
give those
gone.
interviews.
So stop getting dog walked by your government. Wake up and think for yourself. None of this
Yeah,
feels right. And so go, Candace, go, Candace, go. Find out, get to the bottom of it, no
right.
matter what it takes. We
And all
stand
them fucking
behind
Tucker
you on
Carlson
that.
haters too. Them fuckers that
We
started
stand
hating on
behind you.
Tucker. Yeah,
The
them fuckers that
awakening
started
is
hating on
here.
Tucker. Tucker telling the shit like it is. They were like, "Oh, Tucker, he just in it for the money." But no, that motherfucker ain't never wavered. He tells the shit just like it is too.
The awakening is here, where the games are over. And I always say, and keep this as a rule of thumb, the saying goes, the killer is always at the funeral. So let's just think about that.
Yep. So you wait and watch and see if he don't show up. He'll come flying in that Israeli jet.
But you know what? There were multiple people that had to okay this hit on Charlie.
Oh yeah.
Netanyahu can't just pop up in here and just pop off Charlie like that. The
Oh
top
no.
knew it was going to happen. It came, and the timing of it, it came perfectly to take the heat off Israel for their illegal attack on Qatar. It came the day before 9/11, so nobody would be talking about how Israel blew up the towers. They are really systematic when they roll these little incidences out. And today we saw Netanyahu get back on Twitter in a video to try and explain away Charlie's murder. We don't need to hear from you. We already know.
Right.
Big
Well,
facts.
yeah.
It's
Guess
giving
what's
me like
coming up?
JFK. I'm gonna say it's
Somebody
I
giving
got
me
do
an
too.
JFK
echo.
vibes. You know what I'm saying? Because as we dig further into the JFK assassination, you know what I'm saying, we know it
Quiet,
was
Jeffro.
this group, and this group, and this group, and everybody had their hands in the pot and wanting them out of here for whatever reason. So it's giving me
Right.
those vibes big time. All I'm saying is, keep your head on the swivel, especially all of us. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of us right now on this panel who are very outspoken in our own ways, in our own areas. You know what I'm saying? It's shit's getting real, y'all. It's been real, but now it's like, all right, look, keep your head on the swivel.
All the time.
Okay,
So
so
can
do
y'all
we
hear
have
me?
another clip, G?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
We can
ma'am.
hear you.
Oh, I don't know. It was sounding like my stuff was echoing. So I have a quick question.
We got a
So,
clip. We got a clip that he getting ready to play.
okay.
Old lame movie
So
on.
your question.
She's the one that broke this case open in September when
And
she
y'all
snuck one of
watch
her
this.
sleepy stickers out of the classroom.
She kind of pulled up her little shorts and said, "Mom, look, this is my sleeping sticker." And I was like, "The what?"
When Lane's mom, Lisa, saw the sticker, she thought it was strange and asked her daughter about it.
And the teacher gives it to you, where she put it?
On my line.
And what's it look like?
Sleepy with a moon on it.
Lane's dad says he's known something was wrong since school first started.
They never notified the parents.
So Lisa took matters into her own hands. She reached out to the other parents in Lane's class and sent them pictures of the patch to see if their kids were getting the stickers too.
I showed it to my 4-year-old, and she said, yes, that's That's the sleepy sticker. And if you read the ingredients on them, it has a lot of, it's just things I've never even heard of. And they're giving them drugs to make them sleep, to keep them quiet.
Najala Abdullah tells us she'd noticed changes in her son, who told her he'd been getting the stickers too. She says he'd been crying, stopped eating, and was bringing home lunches that he hadn't touched.
You think it could be a crime? Most definitely.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
This is just for
I had heard
awareness,
that
y'all,
report
because
before.
I want people to be aware as to what's going on with your kids, and check on them kids, talk to them, so you can find out what is going on. Now here it is, a classroom. They giving these kids some damn sleepy stickers.
I had seen that report before.
That's just
crazy.
wild.
I got a
There is
4-year-old,
an echo.
so now I'm like, she hasn't said
See why we
anything.
got an echo?
Is it me? Am I echoing?
I don't know, because I turned my phone down. I don't know. I think it's gone.
No. Trey, turn your mic off real quick.
No.
Try it now.
Still got it.
I think that got it.
Think so?
No, because I can hear Laverne still echoing.
Really? Okay. Well, I turned my phones down. I know it's not my hearing aids.
No, it's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. I don't hear any more echo.
I don't know.
You said it's not your hearing
It must have been
aids,
your hearing
Laverne.
aid. That's some funny shit right there, boy. I don't care who you are. That's some funny shit.
I'm sorry. Our guest wanted to say something. What did you want to say?
I hope I'm not the one making it echo. I'm on here from my laptop.
No, I don't think it's you.
No, we don't hear it.
So I had two questions. Well, I had a question and something to say. So about the stickers, so this made me not feel like the crazy overprotective mama, because my kids, we don't allow our kids. So I have two daughters. I have a 16-year-old and I have my youngest, it will be 13 in December. But we don't allow our kids to like bring home, like they can't bring home nothing from nobody else. So I will automatically know about them stickers, because I'll be like, well, I know me and your daddy didn't buy them stickers. So where did you get those stickers from? Like, I don't know. I don't trust people, because my mama worked for the state. She worked for DCF for like a really, really long time. So the type of work that she did, it just, knowing like the type of work she did, it just made me, I automatically like give people like the side eye, because like you were saying, like the killer normally be at the funeral. Like when crazy stuff happen, it normally be people like, that's like right there who you would least
all the
expect.
time.
Yeah, so
all the time.
that's just
she
like
is so right about that.
Like to know that you got to think people be going to work, leaving their kids at school. So that's where your kids spend majority of their time if they not home. Like, and you can't even trust people who you entrusting your kids with for these hours. Why are you trying to make a living? Like stuff like this just really aggravate me. But my question was gonna be for, how do you pronounce your name? Is it Trevion?
Trevian.
Trevian. Okay. Trevian, sorry. My question is, I truly believe Candace, because not trying to take you back, but I truly want to know this, because like he was in protocol. Is that how you say your name? Okay. Like protocol was saying, you have to keep your head on the swivel, because like we're so outspoken. And I know I'm outspoken. And I've been following her for a few years. I've been like looking, and a lot of that stuff is true, but people don't believe it, because it just sounds so, it don't sound like it could be possible, but then when you follow the stuff, it can be possible. So it's like, if you speak out, like Candace got enough paper to get protection. I be wanting to speak out, but I don't got paper like that to get the type of protection. Like Candace probably stays somewhere like Tucker, like off the grid in the woods. Nobody can find them. But
no,
like
she don't. She's right in Nashville.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
She's a bad girl. Like I really admire her, like being able to Cause normally, I mean, from what I've seen, she don't be wrong. Like she normally have like the receipts to back up what she's saying. You got to think like her reputation is big for her to be like doing this and putting her reputation on the line. Like at this point, I don't know. Like a lot of people saying she just grifting, and I don't see it as that because that's a lot she putting up on the line to say this stuff. So like my question is, as a regular person, like an everyday person, how far is too far to talk about this stuff? Because this is some deep stuff.
No, it's never too far. And when you said Candace can buy protection, I'm protected in the best way possible. So
By
I'm
the
not
Lord.
worried about it because I'm definitely protected out here. We had a guest on last week, and I know Gator, don't stop me, but some of the first what the first sentence he said last week was, "We're all targets." I don't let nobody speak that type of negativity or that type of evil over me. You're not gonna call me a target. You can call yourself a target, but you're not gonna call me a target because I'm protected out here. And so that's what certain things you have to know. If you know this in the universe is going to protect you when you go out here and you fight for truth. Charlie had a bunch of other enemies that he stepped into the lion's den with and then realized he was wrong and wanted to do a 180 and they wouldn't let him. So you got to also be careful who you walk into that, foxhole with, because there is no coincidence. There are never any coincidences in politics, and everybody around you is looking for power. Politics is blood sport. So if you're gonna go in the game, know that are when you step in there, know that you come with your own warriors of protection. That's what I know. So I'm not worried about anything out here. I'm always gonna fight for the truth. I'm always gonna tell the truth. And if you can't handle it, that's your own evil. That's your own demon. But always get out here and fight for the truth. Otherwise, whatever purpose you thought you had on this planet, it doesn't even, it's non-existent. Always get out here and fight for the truth. You'll always be rewarded in the right way.
Thank
Fabian is
you.
absolutely right. And one thing about it, many people are finally waking up to the truth because for years we have been taught what to think, how to feel, what to say, and everything else. So when you start to step out of that box and research and find out exactly what's what, waking up is not always an easy job to do. And you got other people out here, they have a job too to keep us blinded, to keep us in the
Right.
darkness, to keep us fooled,
Exactly.
to convince us that whatever we are seeing or whatever we are reading and whatever we are hearing, to convince us that all of that is lies. And it may be that none of it is a lie. But it's up to us to seek and find. And once you seek and find, you can't walk in fear because I'd rather
Ever.
live my life speaking what I believe, waking people to fuck up than sit around and worry about who's gonna shoot at me or who's gonna come whoop my ass and all that shit. I don't care about none of
Nobody.
that. I don't care about none
Nobody.
of that. I'm not walking around scared of no motherfucking body. That's
Right.
that's not me. When God called
Ever.
me, he called me to be a warrior and walk in that
Period.
calling. So he didn't tell me, he never gave me the spirit of fear. So I'm not gonna live my life afraid of what nobody got to say or how nobody feel about how I said something. And when people say they may say,
Period.
well, Laverne, you said this, and I don't think you should have said it that way or whatever. I just tell them straight up, I don't give a fuck about what you feel about what I should have said because I
Stand
didn't
on
ask.
it.
If I cared about that shit, I would have asked you that shit. But being I didn't
Stand on
ask
it.
you shit, I didn't give a fuck about it. The Bible
Stand
said
on it.
the truth shall set you fucking free. I mean, not the truth shall set you fucking free, but the Bible said the truth shall set you free. You understand? See, that's what the problem is now. People got a lot of shit that's on their chest, but they hold that shit in. All pressure breaks pipes. Pressure busts steel fucking pipes. So it's to get that shit off of your chest instead of holding shit in because you
Unless you're
worried
in court.
somebody gonna like you because of what you said. If that's all the fuck I got to do is worry about what a motherfucker like me, I can care. I don't give a shit about that. I could care less.
Period. Period. Period.
Right?
And that's
Yeah,
the
The
bottom
truth shall
line.
set you free unless you're in court. Sometimes.
Well,
They should have put you in jail.
Well, if that's the case, Fanny ass should be on the way to jail expeditiously.
Exactly. I just thought I'd let you know that. Sometimes you got to be careful what you say and plead the fifth.
Under those circumstances, I feel you. But outside of that courtroom,
Right. Hey, thought I'd throw a little joke in there, just kind of line it up. Miss Laverne she will have a fucking aneurysm over there in a minute if she gets too wound up.
Motherfucking thing. Let me tell you
I'm
something.
looking out for your health, ma'am.
Every fucking Tuesday and Thursday with the shit I go through. This is what I do. This is what I do. And trust me, I let every motherfucker know that need to know. Because people feel this the problem. You got a lot of ugly motherfuckers out here that think people scared of them just because of how the fuck they look. So, they might be the biggest fucking
I hope
girl,
so, because I can't fight for shit.
Around, but just because they got some locks that stick up in the fucking air that look like goddamn antennas, they think everybody walking around scared of them. Or because they show up riding their bike, and they want to talk shit to a bitch. They feel like everybody's scared of them. So that's just something I do. I let them know I don't give a fuck about you being ugly, stank. I don't even give a fuck about you smoking weed. Guess what, bitch? You don't scare me. And you're not going to talk no shit to me neither. You can forget that. Okay? Period. Now get your dusty ass on down the road. Do that.
Preach it, sister. Preach it. Because you ain't, that's it.
I about today, and I hope y'all will indulge.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the way you look at it. If you want to roll, let's roll. Because there's going to be an ass whooping handed out. Somebody's going to tote it. It's either going to be me or it's going to be you. But I'm going to fight like hell to make sure it ain't me. But when it's all said and done, somebody's going to tote that motherfucker.
Okay, like the perfect case in point, right? I don't know why I got a fucking echo. But anyway, like this to me, this is one of the perfect cases in point. I don't have this particular video, right? So the man, I guess it was his wife and the little baby, they was out at some rally. I don't even know how the fuck they ended out at the rally, right? So then you had a lady that walked up to them, got all in the baby face, pointing her finger. All y'all saw this. She pointed her finger in the baby face and she's talking shit. That baby don't have shit to do with nothing. So another black girl, it was a black girl there. She stepped up to her and pulled and was like, hey, get out of that baby face. Because that black girl that pulled her away looked like she was about to cold cock her ass. But she just pulled her away from that child. See, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. That's the type of stupidity that I'm talking about that needs to stop. But people feel like because they look a certain way and they look at you, you supposed to be scared of them. Especially these little ugly motherfuckers out here. They got them earrings across their nose and across their face. They got the tongue cut in half like it's a fucking snake. I don't know what's the purpose of all of that shit, but I can only imagine if you
it makes them bleed faster.
Put up in your head, and you got all these polka dots and shit, all these piercings all over your face. It's got to be so that you can look at people and frighten them. So you can't just be out here afraid of this shit just because they, because guess what? If you hit me and it hurt, I hit you back. It's gonna hurt you too. That's how I feel about this shit. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not gonna walk around because you ugly than a motherfucker and you all got your face tatted up, looking like a monkey's ass. I'm not gonna walk around here in fear because that's what your motherfucking ass look like. Hell,
all that metal in their face, all that's going to do is make that face split faster when you hit them. It's just going to make them bleed faster. That's all. Right there, boom. All that shit going to split. And then they just going to bleed more. That's all.
I wanted to talk about a subject today, and I hope you all will indulge.
Do it.
I wanted to talk about interracial dating. And only because
let me do this. Let me do this first. Go ahead, Travis.
Because I I have multiple suitors. Okay, so and three of them recently have been white, and so I am trying to get into this thing of being open minded about dating anyone. And I just wanted you all's feedback on that. Have you dated a black woman, Gator Protocol? Have you dated a white woman or Asian or, just
You know good damn well Gator ain't dating no fucking black woman.
hey, you never know. Men in the
Shit,
South
I got
love them some
that.
black women now.
But
I would have thought he did. I was about to say I would have assumed he was dating a black woman. So
Right.
he never dated a black woman? Oh, sorry. See, that's a prejudice. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Well,
sorry.
well, so, well, so
Well,
this
I'm
is
not
the thing.
prejudiced. I hate everyone equally.
Okay, Charleston
So,
White.
so there are things that I find attractive, and the things that make me hesitant to let my guard down. So some of it could be religion, some of it could be um I'm just trying to make sure if I'm going to date a white man, they love me for my blackness and not the whiteness of my blackness. And I say that because I live a blessed, fortunate
Can I
life.
stop you right there?
Yes.
As whiteness, can I stop you right there?
Yes.
Okay. Well, right there, you would already put an issue into the relationship
Well, no, they
because
put an issue into the
no,
relationship.
no, 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 you would be because you're already putting race into it.
So let
You would
me
have to
just
take
tell you
race
why
out
I'm
of it.
saying what I'm saying, Gator. Let me tell you why I'm saying what I'm saying, Gator.
Okay, okay.
So,
I'm listening.
so
I'm listening.
naturally, my hair is curly. If I put some water on it, it's gonna go bang, 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 bang. Okay. So I was
Okay.
out with someone who knows my hair is naturally curly, but told me, oh, don't change your hair because that's classic. When I say you got to love the blackness of my blackness and not the whiteness of my blackness, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. So there
Okay,
are
I'm
these
with you.
issues
I'm following now.
that they put into into the conversation, and I'm trying to figure out, is that something I overlook? Is that something, because nobody's going to be perfect, so you can't tell me you know my hair is naturally curly, but you want my hair straight. Now, do you love the blackness of my blackness, or do you like the whiteness of my blackness? And so that's what I'm asking honestly, because that's
Well,
something I
okay.
can, is that something I should overlook, or is that something that I should be aware of? That's
Well,
what I'm
hold on.
asking honestly.
one thing
If I
about
may,
this,
if I may,
they gotta understand. Hold on, Gator. One thing about this, they gotta understand. Your hair is straight, but any type of moisture, anything is gonna curl up. It's gonna curl up. When you got naturally curly hair, you cannot stop the fact
You
that
can't.
any type of moisture, like in Miami is humidity
Humid.
to the
Yeah.
utmost. Your hair gonna even if you don't have a perm and you press your hair out, when you
Right.
go outside, you're gonna have a big old afro on the top and
Afro.
it's gonna be straight on
all
the
right.
ends.
Can you see
So
that?
So you got naps too, Gator?
Yeah. My shit curls like yours does. I'm as white as the
you
driven
know,
fucking snow. Okay.
you know.
Well, I got some American, but anyway. What my
And
point
then
is,
and then
it
yeah,
doesn't
what's your
it doesn't
point?
matter. I've seen white women with hair that will curl up as tight as my pinky. Okay, naturally, and just like a fucking woman that has beautifully curly hair, they will straighten that shit because they don't like curly hair. And just like a fucking woman that has beautiful straight hair, they want a set of curlers and want to curl it because you can't make a fucking woman happy. Okay.
yes, you
So,
can. Sometimes you can make us happy. I
let's
tell
get
my
beyond
just
that,
sometimes you
because
make us happy by
it
just
doesn't
shutting the
matter.
fuck
It
up.
doesn't matter skin color and hair. Okay, so right now all we're doing is being superficial. Okay, and so skin color doesn't matter. What's in here is what matters. How you feel about the other person, skin color doesn't matter.
Right.
So
And
that's
this is
why I
another
said
thing.
that's why I said you're automatically inserting race into the relationship where you should not do that. That's what
Okay.
I was
So
trying to get at.
but
What we
this is
should
not true
expect
because
you.
I was out with a white
Now,
guy.
wait, now let me finish.
Okay.
I let you go on and on and on, and even let Miss Laverne go with a sidekick about your hair and how your hair is going to fuck up this thing that you may have as a life soulmate. Now, what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter. The person that you're seeing, one, you would know it because the good Lord would let you know here when you met that person. That person would also have that same feeling. Now that you may feel, okay, this is a good friend, but you would know it in your heart.
Okay. So to check this out. I was with another white guy the other day, and he just blatantly came out and said, "Look, I just got to tell you, I'm so white, I'm practically clear. Meaning I can't dance, I can't do none of this." And I just thought that shit was hilarious because the way he said it, it was
There you
fucking
go.
funny.
He's got a good
You,
sense of humor, and
you know,
he's
it
cool
was
with his
so funny.
whiteness, and you found it funny. Y'all might get along.
And so I'm
Ebony
just trying.
and
Hold on.
ivory. See,
So
there you
really,
go. Y'all could see
I'm just coming
sense
to the
of humor.
platform in pure honesty, asking honest questions
Right.
because this
And
is
see,
real life.
exactly. And see that cat could have been right up your alley. He was straight with you. He was straight with you. All right, here you go. Right now, I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask you.
that shit was funny
Now
because the way he said
and
it,
this I'm on an open platform right now, straight up. And everybody that's
yes,
listening to my
yeah.
platform on both my podcasts and every time I've been on here, they all know that I'm a very happily married man to my wife in the other room, Miss D. Everybody knows Miss D. But let's just pretend hypothetically for a second that I'm not. Would you date me?
Would I date you, Gator?
Yes, ma'am.
It
And we've
depended
been
on
on
how
this
you
show together several times, so we know each other.
actually this show is the show. It would depend on how you courted me. You know,
Okay,
because
fair enough.
I have everything that any man could give me except for the man. So
Correct.
I I
Because you
I can be a little specific, and I'm specific on how I'm courted because I know how I can treat myself. So
oh yes.
that's the kicker for me. How is it that you court me? What value add do you have for me that I cannot do for myself? What kind of person or environment or personality or character can you provide for me to make that decision? Okay, you know what, let's try this. So I you know that's me. I'm just going to keep it 100. That's me.
Then you just answered your own question right there.
What question did I answer?
The same, you just answered your own question of what you would need in dating a white guy.
Or any man. Let's not keep
There
that
you
to
go.
just a white guy. I'm just
That's
talking
what you
about
need to look for.
my recent suitors.
Right.
You know, it's like, look, I'm asking
So
you because all
what did
three
you
of
find in
them
the last
are
four?
white, and I'm wondering, I'm like, okay, where
Did
are
did
the black men?
did they
Where
bring
are
those?
the Asian men? Where are they're all white?
Did it?
And I
The,
don't have that. I don't have a problem with that. As you see,
okay.
I've gone
Yeah.
on dates
I
And
to
have
figure it
and
out.
there's nothing wrong with that.
You know, I've gone on
Did any
dates
of
to
those
figure it
recent
out.
ones bring any of those things to the table?
I'm sorry.
Did any of those gentlemen that of recent bring any of those things to the table for you?
You know, two of them interest me because of what I can learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
The third is just a really sweet, thoughtful guy. But again, he said he's so white,
Well,
he's
there you go.
almost
See,
Guy
he
number
stuck to
3.
you. He, he,
clear.
he, st- he done something to stick in your mind.
He's
I'm a
frozen.
dancer. You know what
I was gone for 10 minutes and now we're doing the love connection. What's going on?
I like it.
I
This
was
is
gone
so
for 10 minutes
exciting.
and we're doing the love connection. Hold on.
No, I was
Well,
really just asking about how people, if anybody had dated out of their race, because recently everyone who's approached me is not in my race. And so I was just asking Gator protocol,
I wonder
everybody,
how protocol go now because the only one that's actually giving any kind of advice is probably the only one up on this fucking panel that's never dated out of his race. So I am nowhere near qualified to give any advice. So protocol, my brother from another mother, I'm gonna hand it over to you, sir.
Appreciate you.
Take it
Yes,
away,
sir. Yes, sir.
protocol.
So I did many moons ago, many moons ago. It was an interesting experience. Now I'm from the South. I'm in Savannah, right? So when that did happen, it was interesting, to say the least, right? Weird looks from family members, friends was kind of weirded out about it. It was a white girl. Me, I didn't, I don't care. Like, people are people. It's just, whichever way it goes. Now, of course, there's cultural differences. There's, home raising differences. There are those types of things. So if you can get past those barriers, and being that you're adults, if you guys can create your own blended, meshed situations within your home and within your relationship, then what I'm saying, that's a plus. But there is going to be, there's going to be some differences there. I've had, a few approach me recently, but I'm too much of a hood conservative, so that
I'm
that
so hood.
that part, like I am the embodiment of that song, right? So it's weird, but now I think I pretty much settled down. I got my chocolate sister, and it is what it is. But I've told her, and it's crazy because I told her, and then I told my ex, and I told the ex before her. All right, if this doesn't work, I'm going to the other side. Okay, I'm going to the other side. I just haven't made it to the other side yet. And I don't know if it's ever, if it's ever going to end up being that way. You know what I'm saying? Which it'll be pretty easy for me. I'm conservative. I wear a Trump hat. I'm a Proud Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be easy. But I just
Hey,
haven't made the jump.
protocol. Only thing you got to do is show up in the room and they'll be there waiting.
And they're waiting,
They are there waiting.
So, but I just, I try and stick it out, because being around a lot of people, even a lot of them and a lot of their family members, because I see it even within the conversations. Like, the conversation is real. That Nick Fuentes says it out front, but there's a lot of those quiet conversations in the back, right? About, we need to, stay within, and we need to make sure that this carries on and XYZ. So, I just, those conversations are in the back of my mind, but if it's there and it's true, and you guys respect each other and you're helping each other move forward and protect each other, then you get no strange looks or no hate from me. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it, as long as you guys are best for each other, and there's no DV going on, and nobody's belittling anybody or making anybody feel less of anything. If they're making you feel complete and you're able to move forward and make what's best for the kingdom of God and for your future, then by all means, you know what I'm saying, don't worry about it. But and you from Chicago, so all
I can say is what I've noticed is they're definitely a calmer relationship. You know, it's not the drama of having to worry about nigga shit. You know, that's my, you know, I'm sorry. I don't have time for nigga shit. And
Facts.
they've eradicated the nigga shit, you know, and so, huh?
You're fiery. You're fiery. So you're gonna need that balance. You know, when you're a
Right.
fiery individual, you need to have that balance in your life. Like my husband, right? My husband is a white girl magnet. They love him. They love it. It doesn't matter. He don't even go with me to meetings anymore. You know, he haven't been with me to a meeting in like maybe 3 or 4 years, and everybody they still be asking about him. Oh, Laverne, where's your husband? With a little smile, girl, y'all can forget it because he ain't even coming with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to relationships, especially if you're the type of person like all of us out here, you know, we are out, we are into dealing with people and putting out fires and starting a few fires of our own and everything else. When you when you come home, you want to have that balance in your life. You want to have somebody that you can laugh and talk to, and not just somebody there that everything you say they got a problem with it. Oh, why are you saying that? You know, you want somebody that you could talk to with that's open-minded, that
Right.
you can hold a conversation with, and you can look at everything from a different point of view, right? So the thing is, I think that at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what color you are. If you're with someone and that person brings out the best in you, and you could just sit around and enjoy each other company, y'all, because just because you're with somebody don't mean that you enjoy that person, you know. I
That's
mean,
right.
I used to date this dude. I mean, he went shopping, bought me all kind of stuff, gave me everything that I could ask for. I couldn't stand that motherfucker. You know what I mean? I couldn't even think of a day that me and him was together that I wasn't cussing his motherfucking ass out. So you know, the material things isn't always it. But
Right.
if you got somebody that you enjoy, you know, you on the same page and you could talk to them, they could talk to you. And I do mean talk about anything. You know, me
Right.
and my husband, we could talk about anything. We could talk about my ex-boyfriend. I could talk about his ex-girlfriend. Hell, we all know each other. You know, me and her, we've been together since 2008, but we was always best friends. But when I met him, God told me, I didn't even know the man. God told me he was going to be my husband. And 10 years later, we got married. And the crazy part about it, I'm going to tell y'all this story, right? And it's the truth. I was dating somebody else when we got married. I was in a relationship with this guy for 2 years. We was close. We ain't have no arguments, you know, none of that shit. But the one that God told me that I was going to marry, Mr. Spicer, called me out of the blue, out of the fucking blue. He said, Disneyland, called me out the blue. And he said, Laverne, listen, when I get back to Miami, me and you going to get married. And I was like, what the fuck is you talking about? I said, you know, I got this boyfriend I've been with for 2 years. He said, I don't give a fuck who you with. Either you gonna get rid of him or either I am. Because when I come back to Miami, me and you, we going to get married. And I was like, okay, I'll get rid of him. So that's what I did.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he was kind of heartbroken, but he had to go because shit. Mr. Spicer called me on a fucking what there was a Friday. He told me when he get back Monday, me and him going to get married. I didn't even fucking know I was getting married. It wasn't even
Wow.
no proposal. He just told me and you get married. You gonna be ready Monday. This where we going, and we going to get married. And that's what we did. Shit, I didn't even know. You know, and that's just the way it
Wow.
went down for me. But I had no problems with it because we was always the best of friends. You know, so I said, okay, then you say we get married. That's what we get ready to do. So I tell Buddy bye.
Right.
You know, and we gonna do this. And that's the way it went down. Shit, I didn't even know I was getting married, you know? So
My
things
nigga.
happen.
Well, the other
But
guy didn't marry you.
uh, Excuse
I said
me.
the other guy didn't marry you, so you didn't have anything to lose.
Well,
He
he
was
was
snoozing.
planning it. He was planning up. He was planning it. According to him,
Oh,
he was planning it. But I
oh.
said, fuck that.
No, it wasn't.
Just
He
like you
lying.
said, we get married, nigga. We get married. Okay, so I'm gonna be this me him when the fuck he told me to meet his ass at because on Monday, by Monday, your ass got to be gone, baby, because I'm going to get married. And I'll see your ass later. Cause you're gonna see this picture when I post this shit on Facebook saying that I'm fucking married and we tied tonight. And he was the first one to call. He said, congratulations. I was like, yeah, okay, thank you. You know, that's
Yeah,
it.
he
Shit.
was
Bye.
playing. He was playing.
Yeah,
He wasn't planning nothing.
heartbroken. He was heartbroken, but you know, just charge that shit to the game because it is what the fuck it is. So,
You created a villain arc, didn't you?
huh?
You created his villain arc.
Yeah.
Somewhere
I guess
around here,
I did.
there's a Joker or Bane running around here right now. You created a villain.
No, well, actually, he went on to the upper room
Ooh,
because he passed last year. But
ooh,
yeah, he passed last year. So
ooh.
God bless the dead, but you know,
Well,
we did what we did, and I'm happy about it. What it's been like? Hell, it's been 8 years now. It's been 8 years
wow.
now that we got married. Matter of fact, we got married on my daddy's birthday, April the 9th. And I will always remember my marriage because it's on my daddy's birthday. On my daddy's
Amen.
birthday. Amen.
Hallelujah.
So, I mean,
Hallelujah.
like I said, you just gotta be able to like somebody that you really feel comfortable with, somebody and definitely somebody you could trust because these
Yeah,
days it's hard to find people that you can
it's
trust.
really
People
about
people
feeling
come
safe.
people come, they have ulterior motives, especially if
Yep.
they know you're a smart, intelligent, beautiful woman, and they know that you can make shit happen.
Yep.
And a lot of them want to come and ride your coattail to try to get to where they need to go at. So they basically want to try to use you, but that shit don't work. That
It
shit does
never
not work.
works. It
It never
never works.
works.
It
It's
never
never
works.
worked. So when you got somebody that got your back, that you could sleep with, you could trust them. I know my husband is always with me. We spend the whole fucking day together. He ain't got no boys that he go fucking hang out with. I'm the boy that he gonna hang out with. Okay, I'm the fucking boy that he gonna fucking hang out with. We don't do that shit over here. When we
I
go
think
out, we go out together. The only time I don't go with him if he's riding, motorcycle riding. I'm not getting on no fucking motorcycle. So he know he can do that shit by himself. He already know I'm not riding no motherfucking motorcycle. We in Miami. Okay, motherfuckers don't stop for stop signs. They don't stop for red lights. They will run motherfuckers over on bikes, and I don't care if you own a mini bike, motorbike, dirt bike, anything with a bike. Your ass gonna stand a high chance of getting ran the fuck over in Miami because these motherfuckers don't give a fuck here. Okay, so I'm not getting my black ass on the back of nobody fucking bike. That shit ain't gonna happen. So do your thing. Go with your
so. I think
brother.
for me, it's really about. Yeah, I think for me, it's really about feeling safe, and I don't have that feeling yet. And so that's why for me, I can't make a decision because I've not, without a shadow of a doubt, felt like I'm completely safe yet. So I think that might be the bigger of all of the issues when I really look at it. It's not about skin color, but they can say some things to you and it'll make you think, okay, what's really behind that? And like Gator said, for a few of those things, I can let it slide. But really what's paramount to me is me feeling 100% safe. And I don't have that feeling yet. And so that I think brings the real uncomfortability for me, because I know what it means to feel safe with a man. And so I think that might be the missing component of the
Yep, because
situation.
that's the safety is very important to a
That's
woman.
that's the
Because
number one.
anybody
That's the
step
number
to
one.
you, you don't want that to turn into a track star hole in there.
I ain't got time for it. even though I can run.
Somebody get ready to pass out, ass whipping, and your man scared as hell and nervous.
Yeah. So that I think is the main quotient in that situation. The lack of the certainty of safety.
Safety is a very
Like, because
important.
I asked one of them if he was a Fed.
Hey, you got to check sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? I straight up
I'm about to
asked him
say
if
you
he
gotta
was a Fed.
ask. You gotta
You know, I
ask.
said, hey, are you a Fed? I did. I had to ask him if he was a Fed. Because
You mean
I have
feds like the police?
the Feds like
Yeah.
the Feds. You know what I
The
mean? I've
feds
dealt
not
with the
gonna tell
Feds.
you they the feds. You just gotta know they the feds. You gonna
And
find out
so
the feds the feds.
and for me to have to ask, I might just have to just ask myself why I had to ask.
Yeah, like
True.
really.
Get
But
the
you know what I was
Heisman.
gonna
It
tell
was
you?
that vibe. Was that
Yeah,
the vibe he was giving you made you feel that way?
yeah,
It's just like,
And come on, Tracy, you know us women, we got that sixth sense thing going
yeah,
on. That thing gonna let you know something about this shit here ain't right. And
yeah,
I
I
always
just
tell
had to
people, you
ask.
don't have to be the smartest bitch to figure
Right.
shit out. When
yeah,
your instincts tell you something ain't right, it's something ain't damn right. It's a reason why you feel that way. You
yeah.
know?
Yeah. So
Agreed.
yeah, that's what's going on in my life, everybody.
I'm happy too. And I'm happy. I'm excited. I think it's super cool that you even consider like not paying attention to color and
Right.
just saying, okay, I'm gonna consider all suitors because I think you could possibly cut off, your possible future man. But my only thing is you just gotta decide, okay, what's your deal breakers? Like what's okay, this is gonna be a deal breaker. So like, okay, I don't feel safe, then that's gonna be an automatic deal breaker. But
Right.
like some of y'all was saying, like what protocol said, the things that he said he experienced, those are things that I've thought about. So I've never dated outside of my race, but when I was younger, because of the environment I went to, like with the school I went to, it was like a mixed school. So you didn't really see a lot of black boys. And I'm saying black boys because I was like in middle school at the time. So I started like liking like the white boys that was going to my school because it wasn't a lot of black boys there. So I've always been like open. So my husband, I've been married for 13 years, but my husband is black. But we've had that conversation because I wouldn't mind if my daughters dated like outside the race, but me and my husband feel a little bit different because he's thinking like, okay, well, if our daughters go outside the race, at that time and maybe have kids, then you got to kind of just think about like for the family tree purposes, okay, is the name going to go on and stuff like that. That's a lot of things that people don't really consider. Now I do have a family member was previously married to an individual of the other race. Now I do remember having a conversation with her because I was very curious. Now, how does this person feel? I think in the beginning, like their family gave a little pushback. And I always wondered, like, okay, if we get in an argument, like I know, like when I used to be like in my like hot girl days, anything would come out my mouth. So I'm like, I know the things I've done said, I've said in the heat of a moment. And I'm like, it'll take one time. I'm like, did he ever call the N-word? Like when the N-word used to bother me, as a conservative, that word don't bother me no more. But those are the things that I thought about. Like, what would that person say when they get mad? Would they family call you an N-word like when they get mad? Like, but if you're really dating this person, like Miss Laverne said, if you walk with that person, then as long as you and that person had an understanding and then y'all come to, because it's definitely going to be people like on the outside that's going to bring a lot of noise that y'all really don't need. But I think it's super cool. I hope you do find somebody. I don't know what you believe in, but I can tell you when I found my boo, like Miss Laverne said, I was like kind of like seeing somebody else. Like when I met my boo, but my boo was so thoughtful. That was the difference between all of the other guys that I dated. Like he was just so thoughtful. He paid attention to things that I thought people should like pay attention to and know that other people didn't. Like people who said they cared didn't notice about me. And I'm like, this guy don't even know me and he know all this stuff about me. which means he paid attention. It's just, and I definitely feel protected. Like I know ain't nobody gonna play with me when I'm with my man, even when I'm without my man, because they know my man is my man. So I might try everybody else, but we ain't gonna try her because we know her man. Like, so I definitely get it. But I was gonna tell you, I don't know what you believe, but maybe you should pray about it. I prayed before I met my husband, and the Lord didn't send him like right then, but he sent exactly like my husband is the guy that I prayed for. So, and my husband told me we met in a club on a Sunday night, and I normally didn't even go to the club on Sundays. Like we've been together like a really long time, but he said when I walked past him, he said the Lord told him I was his wife. So that's why I think you should pray about it, or to like whatever you believe in, like maybe speak to that.
You know what? I have something to say. So I was 13. I was a tomboy. I used to play basketball at the basketball court across the street from the house. My nickname was Frosty because my dribble handles were so cold. I only hung out with boys. And so one day my daddy called me out off the basketball court, called me to come across the street. And when I got across the street, my daddy said to me, he's like, Trevian, you're a pretty girl. You're going to grow up and marry a white man. And I looked at my daddy. I looked at my daddy at the time, like, what the hell are you talking about? And why you pull me off the basketball court? And what I realized at that time, the reason why my daddy said that to me is because he thought I would be more cultured and a black man wouldn't be enough for me. And at that time, he only saw black and white. He didn't know I was going to be all over the world and here and there. But he said that to me when I was 13 years old, and it's in my head, but I'm like, he can't. My daddy don't know, I don't know, but I knew why he said it because he only saw black and white. And he saw me, and my mind was different. How I thought was different. Even when I was 13, I had come back from Germany living with a foreign exchange family. And he told me when I grew up, I was going to marry a white man. And I was like, do I believe my daddy or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's a true story. That's what happened. That's what happened. So I don't know.
Only thing I have to say is I'm upset. You
Why
shot
you
me
upset?
down. You shot me down.
What'd I do?
You shot me down.
When did I do
Who
that?
shot Gator
You
down?
did. You turned me down. I'm heartbroken now.
Hey now, right now, one more. No possibly Miss D. I don't know Miss D now.
Gator trying to get choked out on the show by Miss D.
Hey, we did get some bad news at the damn doctor's
Gator,
office today.
her bird said he
When I
wouldn't
told you he was
marry
coming
you
back
and
from
he
town.
paying for help.
Yeah, we did get a little bit of bad news though coming back from town. Now she is a little firecracker, Miss D. She done lost height. Now how the fuck you do that? She used to be 4'10". She's my little firecracker. Now she's a little Sicilian redhead. Now, and she was a little 4'10" Sicilian redhead. Come back from the damn doctor's office and she's 4'8.5". Now how in the fuck did she lose an inch and a half? Where the hell did that shit go?
Her not stretching in gravity. You
They
have to
probably
use.
don't know how to use the device they use to measure her. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, that's what I
But they
thought
don't
too.
know
I
how to
thought
use
maybe they had that because they had one of them motherfuckers that was stuck on the wall, and they
Right.
measured it up so high and then stuck it on the wall. I said, okay, well they had to have that. They didn't measure it high enough
it. Yeah, it
before
was
they
in the wrong
put it on the
place.
wall.
It's not
So
Miss D. Yeah.
I used a different one in a different room. Damn thing read the same. I'm like, oh hell no, oh.
You know,
Because
if you don't
in
stretch,
Florida, you have to have a booster seat until you're up until the kid is 4'9". You have to have a fucking
wow.
booster seat.
Is that
I
real?
said, baby, you can't drive no more.
Is that
She,
real important?
yes. She told me? She goes, well, motherfucker, you get to drive me around now.
Well, hey, that's just what it is.
I was like,
But
oh
Tracy,
shit.
But
like
just as a rule of thumb, if you all don't stretch, you will shrink. Like if
as
you
you get
don't
older.
read, like all of this is muscle and ligament. And so if you don't use it, it's going to collapse. Just like if you don't read, your brain is a muscle. If you don't read, that muscle is not going to get worked. So you have to stretch and you have to exercise every muscle, including your brain. People don't read anymore. And that's the challenge of your brain. That's what you need. And Sudoku is another really good game that you can do for brain exercise. But people don't understand, if you don't work your brain, especially in this technology age, you're going to lose it. This is why we have the increases in Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, because people aren't working their brain. You need to work your brain just like you work your hands, just like you work your legs. That's why, like you lift weights. You have to use your brain the same way. And if you don't stretch your ligaments and your muscles, they're going to shrink. So yeah, I do understand why she's 4'8" now. I promise you I
Damn.
understand.
And half.
And a half.
Well, damn it. You know what, Kilburn? I sure as hell hope Kilburn is a female. We have yet to figure that out. Well, at least I have yet to figure that out. Because Kilburn's down there. I wouldn't marry you either, Gator, if that helps. That's fucked up. I thought we were friends.
All right. G, roll that Jasmine Crockett clip, please.
Oh yeah, Jazzy. Now, if she wasn't so damn stupid, she'd be a pretty lady. If you take them damn butterflies off her eyeballs.
She looked like Snuffleupagus.
T.
G, are you there?
Yeah, she needs some MD 2024. That's what we call her. That's what we say. She
Man,
needs some MD 2024.
and she just roused black people up with her demeanor, her attitudes, and her ghetto-ness, and it just gives black people this fire as if they're winning when they don't see every time that woman opens her mouth, it's a loss for black progress. And
You know,
so I
when
really
they show that before interview when she's in that like maroon colored outfit, because they showed that before interview and then the after when she was like a real uh actual intelligent looking
I don't
person.
remember. I don't watch her that much.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
Well, no,
it's a
sometimes
video.
you'll get a clip where they'll show, like the before Jasmine Crockett and then the ghetto Jasmine Crockett.
Okay.
Yeah. It's when
The-
back when she was in the state house.
yeah, she actually's a very pretty woman. Now she's ghetto trash right there.
Say that you are the least qualified FBI director in the history of the FBI. That is real, because you are the only one that never even served with the FBI prior to joining. Yet we are supposed to believe that
That's
you are
false.
the greatest thing since sliced bread. I didn't ask you a question.
Oh,
Now, what I want to
Still
go
false.
through is to talk about why you are a failure and why, honestly, we just need to tell you bye-bye. And frankly, when people sit around and say things like, oh, we're happy because now we feel safe. I don't know who feels safe in this country except for the white supremacists, because I specifically as a black woman definitely don't feel safe. I don't have any
yeah. So is that true that Cash Patel never even served in the FBI? Because I do want to fact check Jasmine Crockett. Is that true? He was never an FBI agent. So how can he be head of the FBI? She called him the worst head of the FBI because he had never been in the FBI. And if I fact check that, Jasmine Crockett might just be right about that. He never served in the FBI. And for him to say it was false was just stupid on his part because he's never been in the FBI. So he has no knowledge of how to run the FBI, what the head of the FBI director should do. And I think she won on that point because she was right. He hadn't, you know. So I'll give her credit on coming prepared, digging into Cash Patel, because he couldn't even, he could say it was false, but where's the receipts on the fact that you have served in the FBI to actually have the credentials to be the FBI director? And she said he was the worst head of the FBI because he had no experience. And I think we're seeing some of that um, in the lack of results from Cash. So, even though we can get mad at Jasmine about her being ghetto and we need to just tell you bye bye, and the white supremacist thing, sometimes we do have to listen to what the opposition says, because she made a hell of a fucking point against Cash Patel. And in my book, she was absolutely right. And I'm not happy with Cash Patel. I think he's a little bitch. And just like the clip before that earlier in the show today, the woman asked, hey, how do you feel about being a cuck for Israel? How do you feel about being Israel's bitch? And so Cash, you got a lot of answering to do to the American public, because you haven't served a day in the FBI before you were
He was a
appointed.
federal prosecutor with the FBI.
He was a prosecutor. That's different. That's different. That's completely different. You know that, Gator.
I'm just telling you
That's
what he
not being
did.
in
He
the
was a federal prosecutor.
Yeah, we
I'm
know
just
he was
telling
a
you.
prosecutor. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm just getting you the
Yeah.
information that I found out.
He was also
Yeah.
And
he
he's a
was
federal
ODNI,
he's
and
been a federal prosecutor. He wasn't with the FBI.
yeah,
He was a federal
he was
prosecutor,
the
and
office.
he's federal prosecutor with the with national intelligence.
Yeah,
And he
he was
did the
also deputy
investigation
director.
into the Russia hoax and all that. Assigned to the FBI, nothing I could find
Never,
uh,
ever.
up until director.
Yep. So
Mhm.
sometimes we gotta listen
So I think
to,
he was
even if
also
you don't like the
saying.
person.
I think he was also saying to that that's not true to the, because she's made a statement of him like being the only person who hasn't been in the FBI that held that position, and then
Right.
that's when he was like that's not true, so I didn't listen to the rest of it. I don't really know. That whole hearing to me, like most those hearings, they're only gotcha moments where no substance is really ever,
Exactly.
that ever comes out. So I don't even pay him no attention, right? Do I
No.
think he's do I think he's a bitch to Israel? Absolutely. And I used to be a serious Cash fan, you know what I'm saying, up until this point right here, you know what I'm
We
saying,
found
in
out the
history.
real Cash
Right.
Patel.
And I think honestly, two things happen. I think the guy whose house that he lives in Vegas, he's a big money dude. I can't call his name right now, but I think him and his old lady. His old lady, I believe, is a honeypot from Israel. That's just me
Yes, she
personally.
is. Yes, she
That
is.
so I think those two things, you know what I'm saying, got in the mix, and I think they got in there and was like, this is what we got on you, Cash. You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
and I don't know where we are, but we have to get to a
Cash
moment
got
now, like
Cash
with
took cash.
right. No, I think Cash trying to save his ass. I think that's what it is. I think it's more than the cash. I think it's that ass, and
Yeah.
I think we just got to get to a point now that we have to realize that we are fucking Americans that are descendants as Americans, not so much of just our ancestral descendancy, but our country descendancy. We are descendants of some bad motherfuckers who kicked ass in the name of freedom, in the name of transparency, in the name of this country being this country for and by the people. I think we have to remember that, and I think that we have to get some 1776 up our ass and go kick some ass. I believe that's
Right.
what has
Exactly.
to happen if we want any of this stuff to come out. Any of the there's no proof that Epstein was trafficking kids. Bitch, I kill you. Don't you sit
Exactly.
Right.
And then Pam Bondi yesterday talking about, oh, we're gonna come after you if we hear any hate speech. Somebody tell this dumb bitch that free speech is absolute.
It is.
And
It is.
whoever thought the Trump administration would be trying to take our freedoms? Because that's what's
Exactly.
happening.
I got into it. Matter of fact, who was it I got into a damn argument with? Oh, I know who it was. As a matter of fact, she was just on here with us. It wasn't really an argument. It was more of a discussion with Miss Letitia. And I don't like to argue with Miss Letitia. Now, I'll argue till I'm blue in the motherfucking face with Trey because I like it. But it was about that very thing. It was free speech. And because I made the comment that there's no such thing as hate speech.
It's not.
Free speech is free speech, period. Now, free speech comes with consequences because there's consequence speech. Now, you can say whatever you want to. I don't give a shit. That don't mean you got to fucking like it. Because whatever you say comes with consequences. Now, you have to be prepared to accept the consequences to what you say. Now, those consequences can be anything. It could be you're getting your ass beat, you're getting your ass arrested, or you can get a fucking trophy, a fucking Nobel Peace Prize, whatever. It's going to come with consequences, good or bad.
Or you may lose your damn job.
Or you could lose your damn job. Exactly. But free speech is free speech, whether you agree with it or not. You're free to say it. I served 20 years in the United States military to protect that speech. Whether I agree with it or not, I swore an oath to the Constitution to defend that amendment and the other 20 fucking 6 and the rest of the whole Constitution in this motherfucking book right here for you motherfuckers to say anything you want to about me. Not that I give a shit, but still, you're free to say it.
And you know what? I don't like Jimmy Kimmel, but what they did to Jimmy Kimmel was absolutely wrong. That man is a comedian. He's there to make jokes. It doesn't
He
matter
ain't
what
funny, but he can make jokes.
he can make the joke. And for them to take his show off because he said in a roundabout way some things about Charlie Kirk, I'm not cool with that. And we are becoming the very thing that we said Democrats are. And that's the problem right now with me and this administration. And so when it is that we are listening to and seeing and visualizing this Trump administration subtracting our freedoms, making people lose their job because they're comedians. You know, this is a
Go ahead, Gary, because I found out something about him losing his job too. There's a little bit more spice on that.
Okay, I'll let you throw your spice on it because I'm just going to throw the generics at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you take a job, I don't give a fuck if you're Jimmy Kimmel or the goddamn dog catcher. If you take a job, you accept the guidelines of that job.
There's a moral, what they call a moral clause.
Right. So he was representing that channel, that station, that program. Now he can make all the jokes he wants, but he's still under a contract to represent that channel. Now, if he was on stage doing the Jimmy Kimmel live comedian show, he can make all the fucking jokes he wants because he's representing himself. He was representing that channel, and they did not like what he said. It was well within their right. The channel was well within their rights to fire his ass.
But did he write that? Or did the network write it? See, these are the things that you have to consider in entertainment.
Between them and the contract he signed. Now,
What you don't understand, Gator, is most of the time these comedians don't write those scripts.
That's in the contract, honey. The administration didn't fire his ass. The channel did.
No, I'm just saying he may not
you're
blaming
the government for firing his ass. It's exactly what you're sitting there doing.
What I'm saying is he may not even have written what was put on that monitor. And those are the things that happen in entertainment that we
very well be, but you're blaming the fucking government for firing his ass.
I'm blaming the president for getting on Twitter and saying a bunch of things that negates his free speech. That's what I'm saying.
President's got free speech too. We
I'm just saying.
established that.
That's well, shit. If that's the case, as
Right?
much shit as Trump say, he should have lost his job a long time ago. So let's keep it 100. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Well, vote his ass out.
So the reason
Let's
That's
keep
how he
it
loses his
100.
job.
If we gonna talk
Impeach his
about it,
ass. We fire him.
so ABC, so that show runs on ABC, right?
right?
ABC,
Yeah.
Disney, that conglomerate.
Right.
ABC is trying to acquire NFL films. Okay?
Okay.
So in order for them to acquire NFL films, they're going to have to get approval by the FCC and the SEC. Okay?
Okay.
So ABC already knew they've been in hot water. That's why they've been cleaning up the View. Hey, you got to chill because these people gonna have to. They got to approve our business deal, and you hoes is on y'all ratings already down in the tanks anyway. Right? We need to make this money back that y'all losing us. So you need to shut the fuck up. All right. So now they got them calmed down, even to where Whoopi, they didn't even say anything. Whoopi was like, "This isn't right. We shouldn't do this." Like I didn't expect that from her, but she did that because she knows who pays the bills. So now here we go, Jimmy Kimmel, who went on his little tirade, and they're like, "Motherfucker, your show is in the tank. Your ratings are horrible, dude. We're trying to get billions of dollars here, and here you go on this stupid shit. You got to go, bitch. You know what? Whatever. You're out here. So you're indefinitely. We may bring you back later on. You know what I'm saying? Because you're indefinitely. So we didn't tank the show forever. We just said you're suspended indefinitely. The blog hot. Let us go get these billions of dollars that we need right now, and then we might bring you back. But again, that's the game when working businesses.
At the end of the day, the network threw them under the bus.
The network threw them under the bus because they want them billions.
Right.
So
it's all about
that's
the money.
Why I've never ever went and worked for any of these networks. I've been a DJ for almost 20 years now. I'm 1 year away from 20 years of being a DJ. I've never worked on any radio station outside of my college radio station because there are lines and guidelines that they want us to follow. When Trump came in 2015 and I was working at the hood station, I guarantee you they would have fired my black ass, okay? So I didn't put myself in that position to be fired. I had my own shit going on. And when you sign those contracts, this is what you put yourself out here for. So personally, I haven't liked Jimmy Kimmel since girls jumping on trampolines. But hey, that's the man show. I'm telling my age just a little bit, but that was it. But hey man, freedom of speech, not freedom from consequences. That's the same thing I tell a lot of my white friends who want to use the hard ER, right? Oh, it's just a word. La, la, la. But hey, listen, you're right. It is just a word. Look, say it in front of the right person. Some people may smile, and some people may put you in the Dr. Smile's office to get you some new set of dentures. I don't.
Somebody might throw hands.
Big hands,
right? And big motherfuckers.
Yeah, and it's what comes with it. So I think in some situations we just got to be careful if we're going to be adults about it. Now, if we don't give a fuck, then we don't give a fuck. But if you do care and there's some things you're worried about losing, I think that's the way of the world. And sadly, I think that's a lot of our family members that did this, right? When it comes to hate speech, right? Like we made hate speech prominent, and now they're just give an inch, they're gonna take a mile.
For sure. For sure.
So that's what I was trying to say is you can't put everything can't be black and white. You can't put it all in a box. You have to analyze each thing on its own merits. Kimmel fucked up, but did he have the right to say it? Yeah, he did. Did we like it? Fuck no. But we didn't have to like it. But he knew by signing in, all the contract, like Pro said, it's all in them contracts and paperwork and all that stuff. And Kimmel knew that all that shit was going on. He knew what kind of deals and stuff was going on. So he should have known better than to do what he did. And he knew that there was going to be consequences coming if he did it.
Yeah. I
But
just
he
don't
did
think
it
he wrote
anyway.
it. I don't think he wrote
But
it.
he may not have.
Yeah.
And he could have said, "Hey, I'm not saying this shit, man. It's my livelihood if I say this shit." He should have stood up for himself. He should have manned up instead of being a beta. But he didn't man up. If he didn't man up, then he got what he deserved. If he didn't write it, he should have manned up and said, "I ain't saying this shit." This.
Now
And if they made him say it anyway, then he could have
the
sued their
guy at
asses.
what was it, MSNBC or Fox? Now he said some raw ass shit about Charlie. Like he was out of pocket. I think there was a complete and clear difference in between what Jimmy Kimmel said and whatever this dude, that they let go. I thought he was really out of pocket. It was the day of or the day after, just, no sensitivity training whatsoever. But I still have the mindset of what Jimmy Kimmel actually read off the teleprompter, whether he wrote it or not. I don't think it dignified him losing the job, but I do get network decisions, especially when there are billions of dollars to be made. At
Right.
the end of this, just hearing it all, I really do think Jimmy Kimmel got thrown under the bus, no question.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it was all, like I said, he was a patsy for the billions.
Yeah,
And I
that's
can't
it.
stand some bitch myself, but then
Make
again,
your own billions.
yeah, he can go do his thing. But at the end
Make
of the
your own
day,
billions.
he should have. At the end of the day, if he didn't write it, he should have manned up. He should have been his own
Right.
person and manned up and said,
Right.
"I'm not saying that shit." Or if he was just reading when he saw what it was, he should have just fucking stopped and said, "I'm not saying that
And
shit,"
I can
and called him
I
out.
can pretty much tell you, I can ascertain the fact that Jimmy Kimmel has not apologized. That's what makes me believe that Jimmy Kimmel did not write what he actually was reading off the teleprompter. Because normally you'll get an apology, especially when a network takes you off the network, you'll get an apology. Jimmy Kimmel's not apologizing because he knows at the end of the day, he probably didn't write it. He was just doing his job. And that's what happens, which is why the only thing that you hear from Jimmy Kimmel is, "I'm livid," because he knows he's the fall guy for the situation. So, I don't really watch Jimmy Kimmel, but I do feel like he definitely got the short end of the stick on this one. No question. No question. So, do we have another clip?
Yeah, because
Maybe. Or we don't, because it's almost 4 o'clock where I am in the.
We got one more.
Oh, her again.
I understood what was kind of pushing them there. And so I do want people to know that just because someone has committed a crime, it doesn't make them a criminal. That is completely different. Being a criminal is more so about your mindset. Committing a crime can come for a lot of different reasons. I understood.
Who's she talking about?
What's I know?
Because all I hear her say about Trump is a criminal. Because he committed a crime. So how did she get this double spin? I want to know who she was referencing. Because, Black people are making an excuse for Pookie and Ray Ray when they shoot up the school and, kill a 3-year-old, but then say, "Oh my God, that's my son. He was a good boy." No, Black people are the worst at that double standard, not snitching on the killers in the hood. So I really need to find out who Jasmine Crocker was referenced, who she was trying to, maybe she was talking about Jesse Jackson Jr., who's running for Congress in Chicago, because that motherfucker was still in. And you know what? I see my friends who know that Jesse Jackson and his wife were stealing money after money after money, went to jail, and now this fool is running for Congress in the 2nd district. And my friends who I used to think were smart are supporting this fool. But what I also see is a lot of Black people in the 2nd district saying, "No, we're not going for this mess." But the people who I really thought were smart they just jump on the bandwagon. And I'll be like, are these my real friends? Like, where's your brain at? You know, and you have to end up overlooking those dumb political they could say I made dumb political decisions, but I'm a winner. Y'all motherfuckers is just out here losing and losing and losing and voting for people who are stealing from you in your face locally. So, you know, I'm just wondering if who she's referencing, because I can't fathom that she's making a double standard about anybody but a black person. Because only black people do that shit, you know.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
I know she's talking about a black person. I know
I
she
love
is.
you. Damn it.
Yeah, y'all, we coming into a final few minutes. So I'm gonna close this show today because I got some places to attend. Travian ain't afraid to whack anyone.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Not at all. Not at
It's
all.
crazy.
Thank you all for joining us today on the Hood Conservative. We hope that you enjoyed our show. We want to thank all of our guests, Protocol, Miss Denise. Was her name Denise? Dana? What was her
No, Antonice.
Antonice, you know, and we had a good time.
Letitia.
Letitia, thank you guys for all your comments, even though we couldn't really see them. You know, we appreciate you.
Where is Benji? We haven't seen him in forever.
Benji is making the money.
Okay, no wonder.
You know.
Dr. Ray just said, I don't want to be called white or black. I prefer Heinz 57.
Not Heinz 57. You don't want to be
Yes.
A1?
That's my
Not
boy
white,
Bruno.
not
That
black,
boy.
call him Heinz 57.
Heinz
That's my boy Bruno.
hesitation. Heinz has me waiting. Then it's making me wait.
Yeah, that was the commercial back in the day. It's back in the day commercial. We used to beat that bottle right on that 57.
Since he want to be Heinz.
Yeah.
He was
Okay,
gonna come
so
on the show with me today, but he had a bad event with the VA. They fucked him up pretty bad. I mean, he couldn't even see. They fucked him up so bad he lost his damn eyesight.
I know somebody that happened to also with the VA. They lost their eyesight, and he also had an eyeball that he used to put in and out whenever he got ready. Oh my god! I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
he's
my
getting better
god.
though. Yeah, he's actually the producer. You met him, Miss Laverne. He's the producer on my podcast.
Okay, Bruno. Yeah.
Yeah, Bruno. Yeah, you met Bruno. He's the producer for my podcast. He's my B to your G.
Okay.
Yeah, you met Bruno. Yeah, he's a disabled vet like myself, and he had him a VA appointment yesterday, and he came to my Bible study last night into my Bible study space, and he showed up a little bit late. He said he had a very bad experience. He was there all day, and they fucked him up. He had they discovered that he had a fourth TBI when he fell 4 months ago. So that scrambled his brain even more. And when they did something with it, they blurred his vision. He couldn't see out of either eye very well. I mean, so his wife had to drive him home. He was all fucked up, all in pain. So he's doing better today. I texted with him when I got home while I was on here and texting with him. And he said he's getting a little bit better, and he must have got enough rest where he was able to get up and get on here. So he's doing good. Because we're gonna have our civics
Do you
class.
have a show tonight?
Yes, ma'am. We're gonna do our civics tonight. And I think in honor of yesterday being Constitution Day, and for those that don't know why yesterday was Constitution Day, it was because yesterday was September the 17th, which was the day the Constitution was signed in 1787. Little tidbit of history for those that didn't know that. I was going to pick a piece of the Constitution out to go over tonight, but I think I'm going to go over the Declaration of Independence tonight, which led to this country being founded, because we've been going over the events that led up to the Declaration of Independence, and we're just about to it. So I think I'm just going to jump right to the Declaration of Independence and go over that wonderful, wonderful document where we told England to go fuck themselves. But they were a lot more eloquent in their writing when they said it. You know, look lucky I didn't live back then. I mean, I wouldn't mind offering a few of them some bitches, but I wouldn't have been so eloquent about it. But we're gonna go
and
over
shout out to Melania's hat yesterday in London. Smoking
the
Melania.
purple one.
That hat was killing her.
Oh yeah,
was
the purple hat.
That was fire.
The
Yeah, it
purple
was
hat,
killing
which
them.
purple
Killing
is synonymous with royalty, I do believe,
Right.
isn't it?
Yes.
Exactly.
And our president getting the royal treatment upon arrival. Nice.
Yeah,
But yes, that's what
I'm
we're going to go over
sorry.
tonight.
The Middle Easterners know royal and all of that better than anybody in the world. Trump went to the
Yes.
Middle East and realized he was broke.
He got the royal treatment in Saudi.
Oh no, that's what I'm telling you. Nobody does royal better than the Middle East. That money is so long. Like when I say Trump went to the Middle East and realized he was broke, he came back and started putting gold in the White House because he realized it's a whole different life. The money that he has, it's not, it doesn't exist in that world. It's not even close. So
Right.
that's why I'm saying, y'all want to make some money? Come to the Middle East.
Yeah, them motherfuckers, they got money. They got long time money. They got money that goes back centuries and centuries, millennia.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we're going to do tonight in our civic space at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Hope to see everybody there tonight. Just go to my page and you can catch the link there. Up there's my deer. My four-legged deers are in the yard now.
4 foot
Oh
8
no,
and a half.
she's out there. My 4'8.5" deer is going to be out there feeding her little family of deer that come see her every day. The
Tell her she better
four-legged deer
start
that I'm not allowed to shoot because that's her family. There's 4 of them that come in every day. They come in the morning, at noon, and in the evening time, right about now, because she feeds them, and I'm not allowed to shoot them.
Okay. Well, tell her she better start stretching if she want that 1.5 inch back.
I'll do it, or I ain't gonna say it, even though it's parental advisory. I still ain't gonna say it because if she heard I said it, she'd kill it.
All right, you guys. Laverne, you want to close the show?
Yes. So in closing, join us next week. Gator is having a space tonight. So if you want to know about the civics, join him right here on X tonight. And what did I say? Bernie
motherfucking Layden.
Okay, so y'all saw the shirt. And thank you, Protocol, for hosting. For joining us today. We'll see you all next week right here at the same place, the same time. And don't forget, September is Hunger Month. So if you'd like to, please donate to the Curley's House. It's Hunger Month, y'all. Help us out. It's Hunger Month in so many ways you can donate. So just click, go to CurleysHouseFoodBank.com. That's CurleysHouseFoodBank.com. Lift it up a bit higher, Travian. I couldn't read it.
Oh, Bernie motherfucking Layden.
Higher. A little higher. Keep going. Keep going. You're almost there.
My nigga.
So, anything in closing, Protocol? Anything in closing? Because we close to that.
Almost had
The
it.
only thing is, man, appreciate y'all for having me, man. It's a pleasure as always, man. If you guys want to tune in, I host the show every Friday night, 8 p.m. It's over on Rumble and it's on YouTube and it's on Facebook. The name of the show is Friday Night Flights. Just look up my name like it is right here. right up under my fingers. Yeah, just look that name up right there, and that's it. Y'all can catch it, man. Again, as always, appreciate you ladies for inviting me on. It's always good to be on with some fellow hood conservatives and my brother, my country hood brother, the outlaw Gator, man. It's always a pleasure being on with your family. Thank y'all, and until next time, man. Peace out. Hotep and build.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.
Next week, right here on the Hood. Hi, I'm Laverne Spicer, and I'm asking for your support today. Thousands of Americans struggle to get food, and they wonder where their next meal is going to come from. But I'm here, been working with them for over 25 years to provide food to people that need it the most, right here at our community food bank. So today, I'm asking you for your support. Please provide a contribution to help make a real difference in our community and to help us feed people. And you can do it right here. Donate today on Cash App. And you will see the link above.